was trying to get it off. Okay, this part 2. Yeah, here you go. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna start here. So that Job 9:24. Matter of fact, go back and read it again. Job chapter 9, verse 24. It reads. It says, where it is? Job chapter 9, verse 20. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, and wherein who is he? See? So this nigga covered the faces of the judges and then gave you this here. Let me show you. He gave y'all this. Gave y'all these dash points and shit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm just showing this right here. Look at it. Look at all them dash points in there. Even some of the top, the first, that's the paleo, but it's some of it is incorrect. You know, that's the paleo right there. Okay, that's a modern Hebrew. This is what they gave. They covered the faces of the judges thereof, the Masoretes. All right? Like Elder Malcolm always Cohen, he said they like Elder Malcolm be saying they trying to use a Syrian script with the ancient Paleo tongue. that's how on the frame, you know. Elder Malcolm, you know, he goes into it all the time. Matter of fact, I got a video I'm gonna send y'all right now regarding what he just bought out. Matter of fact, I should just show some of that video. Hey, fair use of the copyright statute of 1976. Hey, subscribe to the Elder channel and become edified. Cause after this lesson here, I'm going to my other phone where I can do a longer lesson, and then we're gonna go off into the Isaiah 34. Okay, let's let Elder Malcolm get in. Hold on here. Come on now, this bullshit. I think it's right here. There you go.
Jeremiah 14:2. Judah.
Hold on, y'all. Man, these devils, they got a lot to pay for it, man. They done fucked us up. Fucked our people up. Before we start, let's go and do this here hold on here for a second. Let me pull out cause I can get them to break down to these verses. They're gonna go into it. I'm going here. This is what I love about this one right here. This is my book here, boy. I love it. I can go right in there and get them breakdown. Hold on here. Let's go to First Maccabees. Let me see. Boy, hey man, boy, everybody they gonna go try to find them one of these Bibles. Y'all get up with me, man, and send a donation, man. I can get you one and send it to you. For the payment for it and the shipping, you know. Let me see what it is. First Maccabees 3:48. 48. Oh, I know what it is. 348, 47, and 48. Yeah, there we go. 45. First Maccabees. Oh, here we go. First Maccabees chapter 3. Man, I get excited, man. Yeah, I'm finna get ready to go. We're gonna go hard liner in a minute, man. As soon as I get done this lesson here, I'm gonna keep going. I only get 30 minutes of crack on these phone here, on this phone here, but it goes straight to my page. So go straight to my channel. First Maccabees chapter, matter of fact, where should I start at? Man, let's start at 16. It said Antiochus' military action in Egypt in 169 BCE leads to his robbery of the Jerusalem temple. See, Second Maccabees chapter 5 verses 1 through 21. All right, it said, in response to the Ptolemaic threat in 170 BCE, Antiochus invaded Egypt and achieved great success. See Daniel chapter 11 verses 25 through 27. Chapter 11 verses 25 through 27. Though he failed to capture Alexandria, verses 118. First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 18. You got the Ptolemy, the fourth, Philometor, the nephew of Antiochus, remained ruler in Egypt from 180 to 145 BCE. So, First Maccabees chapter 1 verses 20, it said, and after subduing Egypt, Antiochus returned in 143rd year. He went up against Israel. Say what? He went up against Israel and came to Jerusalem with a strong force. He arrogantly entered the sanctuary and took the golden altar, the lampstand for the light, and all its utensils. Verse 22, he took also the table for the bread of the presence, the cups for drinks offerings, the bowls and the golden censers, the curtain, the crowns, and the gold decorations on the front of the temple. He stripped it all off. Verse 23, he took the silver and the gold and the costly vessels. He took also the hidden treasures that he founded, taking them all. He went into his own land. He shed much blood. He spoke with great arrogance. Is it not showing this is what these devils do right now? Doing now? See, these devils back in their lot. So, Second Maccabees chapter 3, verses 10 and 11, to pay mercenaries. Probably, matter of fact, let's go there. Second Maccabees, chapter 3. Let's get that real quick. Second Maccabees, chapter 3, verses 10 and 11. I'm gonna start at 8. 7. It said, he embittered many kings, but he made Jacob's glad by his deeds, and his memories is blessed forever. Verse 8, he went through the cities of Judah. He destroyed, say what? He destroyed the ungodly out of the land. Thus he turned away wrath from Israel. Verse 9, he was renowned to the ends of the earth. He gathered in those who were perishing. Verse 10, it says, Apollonius now gathered together Gentiles and a large force from Samaria to fight against Israel. When Judas learned of it, he went out to meet him, and he defeated and killed him. Many were wounded and fell, and the rest fled. So to pay his mercenaries, he probably to enact what he had been promised by the high priest Menelaus. Second Maccabees chapter 5 verses 15. Antiochus followed the example of Antiochus III, who died robbing a temple, and Seleucus the fourth, Second Maccabees 3, okay, verse 121, it said, and he arrogantly entered the sanctuary and took the golden altar, the lampstand for the light, and all its utensils. So for the furnishing of the sacred vessels of the sanctuary, 1 Kings chapter 6. Matter of fact, let's get that. Okay, 1 Kings. Let's see, 1 Kings. First Kings chapter, come on now, 6. Oh, 1 Kings chapter 6, 23. It said, and within the oracle, he made 2 cherubims of olive trees, each 10 cubits high. Verse 24, and 5 cubits was the one wing of the cherub, and 5 cubits of the other wing of the cherubs, from the uttermost part of the one wing unto the uttermost part of the other wing, 10 cubits. Verse 25, and the other cherub was 10 cubits. Both cherubs were one measure and one side. And the height, the one cherub was 10 cubits, and so was it of the other cherub. So, Exodus chapter 39, verses 32 through Exodus chapter 40, verses 1 through 11. Whereas 2 Maccabees chapter 5, verse 11 through 21 places the robbery after Antiochus' second Egyptian campaign. Daniel chapter 11, verse 28 agrees with 1 Maccabees in placing it after the first Egyptian campaign. 1 Maccabees chapter 1, verse 25 through 28 for other laments over Jerusalem. See 1 Maccabees chapter 1, verses 36 through 40. 1 Maccabees chapter 2, verses 7 through 13. 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verses 45. And that's where we going, where they paint the likeness. Matter of fact, let's get it. It said, and the king sent letters to the messenger to Jerusalem and to the towns of Judah. He directed them to follow the customs strange to the land and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifices, to drink offerings in the sanctuary, to profane the Sabbath and the festival, to defile the sanctuary and the priest. That's 2 Maccabees, 1 Maccabees. But I wanted to, where he say he paint the likeness. Let's go here. Let me do this. Because it references, let me see here. Hold on. Then we watch the video by Elder Malcolm. It might not be pertaining to the subject matter, but you know, he always bring out some good information. Come on now, shit. I did shit. You know, every time we get ready to bring out information, man, the damn phone want to start acting up. Okay, yeah, it said, 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 46 said, wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Maspah over against Jerusalem, for in Maspah was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel. It said then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes and lay open the book of the law. See, right here, it said, wherein the heathen, talking about them fucking Edomites, had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Say what? As the heathen had sought, say what? Wherein the heathen, say what? Wherein the heathen sought to paint the likeness of their images. See? So, hey, that's what this correlate with Job 9:24. Let's go back to Job 9:24. I was just getting y'all a profile. I could have went straight to it. Just getting y'all a little profile. Job 9:24. It said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. See, so the earth was given into their hand, the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not, and where and who is he? He covered the faces of the judges. See, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. So the original judges was our Lord, who y'all ignorant called Christ, in the prophets. All right? Them was the judges. And them gonna be the judges now, going forward, as we go into the end of this nigga reign. Them judges gonna be the judges of the earth. All right? It said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, and where and who is he? See? So he covered the faces of our true Lord, man, in the prophets. They was dark-skinned people, which Elder Malcolm finna ready to go into. I'm finna let him have that. All right? Matter of fact, let's go on and watch the video. Fair use, under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. I'm not getting paid. It's strictly for educational purposes, such as research, commenting, news reporting, and commentary. Let Elder Malcolm go and finish.
Mourneth in the gates thereof language. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. That word for black is Quadar. As a matter of fact, let's get it in the, I meant to go to my Blue Letter Bible. Since I already hit record, we're just gonna keep going. But this is that word in the for black is H. Oh, that really aggravates me. They start putting advertisement on the Bible app. That's crazy. But yeah, it's H for Hebrew.
Oh, you know what? I was in the wrong.
6937.
3.
Quadar, ashy.
First Maccabees. I was in
All right. Dark
I
color.
had to go to 3.
Quadar is referring to complexion. All right. It's definitely referring to complexion. And they could have easily put swarthy there, but they used the word black. Okay? So before we go any further, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rekah HaKodash, double honors. And
Hey, before we start, I was in First Maccabees, the first chapter, instead of being in First Maccabees, the third chapter, y'all. So if I think it's all related, but you know, I'm just correcting myself, you know, correcting the you know, if anybody said, man, he made a mistake. So, you know, I'm just correcting that. So let's let Elder Malcolm speak. I got
the
excited.
apostles, double honors to the elder bishops, salutations to all my fellow laborers that do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, and now more so than never. The would-be judges, the 144,000, the tabernacle of David, ordained to be the new government here on earth above all other governments, above all other nations, all other people, ordained by who the world falsely and fraudulently called JC. His name is Yahweh Shai, always was, always will be. Okay? And to the rest of the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth among the heathen nations that have the appearance of the heathen nations. This is not a black-only thing. That is a false social construct placed upon the Israelites, mainly the southern kingdom, and placed upon the Israelites that are waking up. You know, they love to refer to us as the black Hebrew Israelites instead of just the Hebrew Israelites, because that black has a negative connotation on it, and it also changes the narrative, all right? Being that people ignorantly still to this day, well, not all people, but still the stupid ones, the ignorant ones that still want to believe that the Negroes that came here on slave ships were actually from Africa. They were refugees in Africa. They were from Asia. They were made more, you know how the Moors or the, you know, who are also Israelites anyway, or the Muslims refer to the Asiatic black man. Well, everyone in Asia was, in all of Asia, including the Chinese, the Japanese, the Indians, well, they were all people of color, all from Asia. The Western Asia, which they falsely and fraudulently call the Middle East, is in Asia, all right? It's Western Asia. Okay, so to get to the point of this, and what you look on the screen on the Etymology Online dictionary for Moreno, and it tells you that a Moreno, as a matter of fact, Mexicans to this day still refer to black guys as the Morenos. They still refer to them as that to this day. Okay? Any dark Latino, you know, they refer to as a Moreno. But it tells you right here, the definition is a Jew or Moor. Moor is a German word which is talking about what? A Negro, a so-called black man. In Spain, who to avoid persecution publicly profess conversion to Christianity while privately continuing practices and beliefs of their old religion, meaning they followed the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. They held to the law, statutes, and commandments, not Judaism. That's something else. Judaism is Jewish, and Jewish really has nothing to do with the Israelites. Those are converts who follow a complete other religion, who now profess themselves as being the
It's called it Talmud.
sons of Jacob. All right, when they're actually the sons of Isaac's son Esau. So it says, so back to the definition, 1580s from Spanish, probably literally pig swine, an expression in contempt from Arabic, Muharram, forbidden thing, eating pork. So they try to say that they were just calling them pigs. That's what a Moreno is. Well, guess what? The pigs from Portugal and Spain, well, let's go to them. Well, black. The black Iberian pig, Cerdo Ibricio, an premium ancient breed native to Spain and Portugal, renowned for producing the world's most expensive pork ham, Jamon Iberico, raised free range in the oak forest. They feast on acorns, bellotos producing highly marbled fatty meat with a nutty flavor. And here's another image of them right there. Okay? Black pigs. And so they were calling the Jews, the so-called Jews, and the Moors of Portugal and Spain. Remember, Portugal and Spain fell in 1492. And then that's the same year that Cristobal Colon, which the world fraudulently knows as Christopher Columbus, that's when he sailed. When these rulers of Portugal and Spain, these black men, these Moors, fell, and Esau Edom came into power, thus starting the Renaissance, thus starting the whitewashing of history. Okay? Got a couple of videos that I'd like to play. Let's pull them up. Let's go to this one. This one's not a video at all. It's actually just a Facebook ad from King David in the 17th century. And it's got, when Putin showed you all those black icons. You know, these things weren't painted yesterday. These icons go all the way back to the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th century. All right, you can't, you can try to pretend that they don't exist, but they exist. And that's a problem. That is a major problem. So going back to this whole Moreno, Portugal and Spain, more Jewish thing, let's play this short video. Asiatics. Did you catch that?
We know from the records that the real Jew is the Asiatic Moor. The word Hebrew only means the one that crossed the river, and the first time was the Canaanite Moabite dialect. Very clearly, it is not anti-Semitism to denounce the Zionist movement. We must separate the face of our fathers from this political machine.
So
with Muslims and Christians or Palestine.
So these particular Jewish men are showing you the dark relics of the actual Jews before them.
The Moors appear in several of the early traditions. The Zionist propaganda, it makes the world despise our people. But not all Jews go along with this madness. We stand with the way because we're the members of Real Yehuda. We keep the Orthodox.
He said the members of Real Yehuda. Hold on. He said that the Moors were the real
Yehuda, which is Judah. Yehuda, like I said, ain't no yeah. It was Yahweh. My name is Zechariah Yahweh, Judah. All right? Zechariah Judah. Yehuda means Judah.
The original members of Yehuda, of Judah. All right, it's Yahweh. There's no U in Hebrew. That's a aftermarket Yiddish, the made-up language from the late 1800s by, what's his name? Eliezer ben Yehudi. All right? Okay? But here, let's play it again.
To denounce the Zionist movement. We must separate the faith of our fathers from this political machine. We have no problem with Muslims and Christians or Palestine or Iran. We are all one family of nations who once lived in such harmony you could not tell one from the other. Many Jews know these old records. These scholars, the Moors appear in several of the early traditions. The Zionist propaganda, it makes the world despise our people. But not all Jews go along with this madness. We stand with the world because we're the members of El Yehuda. We keep the Orthodox faith on the lands of Moab and Canaan. These paintings, very old tradition. These are the Moors, the original Asiatics of the covenant who built after the deluge. They stood against the Zionists, Khazarians. The Alte records, they show the real Yehuda. People forget the Ethiopian Orthodox tradition.
So we can stop it right there. He just told you the Khazarians. Here's the records of the real. He was calling them Yehuda, but they're Yahweh. And he's showing you all these black ancient images of the prophets in the Bible. And I say black just so you'd understand, but swarthy, dusky, melanated men. So once again,
hold on. Let me do this before the camera stop.
Once again,
here you go right here. Here go the breakdown. Bam. Cause I started First Maccabees chapter 1. So just follow first one on down. Okay, this cover the faces of the judges thereof. Job 9:24. Right there. They cover the faces of the judges thereof. Then just keep on reading. All right. So they're gonna let Elder Malcolm finish.
Let's go back to that definition of Moreno. It says, a Jew or more in Spain who, to avoid persecution, publicly profess the conversion of Christianity while privately continue in its practices and beliefs of their old religion, which was what? Following the laws and statutes, the covenant of Yahweh. Okay? And then it goes to tell you literally pig swine, an expression of contempt from Arabic Maharim, forbidden thing. And here,